Good morning. It's Celeste of Astrology by Celeste. I'm so excited to have a conversation with Debra Silverman, one of my teachers. Hi, everyone. Good morning. I hope you're doing well today now that Mercury has gone direct. And welcome. I realized my moon memo that I recorded while Mercury was still retrograde, I messed up the date. The day Mercury, the moon is going to be in Aries until Thursday. Yes. Okay. Let's see. Welcome, welcome. I hope everyone is enjoying this little bit of fire with the Aries moon. The Pisces moon was a lot, and yesterday was quite a bit. There you are.
Didn't take long, just push a button. The
Right.
moon's in Aries, our favorite place.
Absolutely. Well, how perfect we're talking with the moon and Aries that we both have natally.
I was looking at your chart and how your Saturn is right on my Mercury.
Ah, mm-hmm. Yeah. I got my
And right
sun
on your sun.
Saturn.
Yes. You're so lucky to have Saturn on the sun. Okay. So this is exciting. We get to tell your community about our school where it all started.
Absolutely. I was just telling everyone how you were one of my teachers, and one of the things you taught me that has helped me so much through my life is about Saturn, and especially and to welcome this energy. And it's moving to my midheaven now. So,
And you came with the born on your head.
mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm.
did you study astrology before you met me?
Yes, I had already started studying, but I have a wealth of amazing mentors and teachers. But you took me
I
to the
remember
next
you
level.
just but you hadn't been an astrologer when I met you. You
No,
just
no, I was just studying, and wasn't sure that was my path, that I was going to become an astrologer when I first started studying with you. But yeah, by the end,
and you did.
I
And was
did.
that a dream that you had for a long time?
I had a dream to leave my corporate job by the time I was 50, and I didn't know how I was going to do it. But astrology gave me helped me step into my purpose. I had always wanted a purpose-driven life, and it took me a while to find my purpose. But once I did, I was unstoppable.
Yeah, because when I met you, I remember you being a beginner, like you hadn't been an
Hmm.
astrologer yet, and you had just started the process. And that's for any of you listening to this. If you, even if you don't want to be an astrologer, just getting the foundation, we just teach like Mercury and Taurus astrology. It's very simple. And then you go off and you find your other teachers. But we start with the basics with the elements,
Hmm.
which is a really solid base foundation. Do you work with the elements still?
Absolutely, the elements are so important. Absolutely,
Yeah,
and
and I think
balancing
that's
the elements. Yeah.
and that's our specialty in our school because there's not other schools that actually implement like our school. So that's why I love your Taurus is so practical because people learn it from the inside out rather than the mental constructs.
Hmm.
We're doing it inside of your psychology because I have a degree in clinical psychology. So if you guys want us to school, the doors are open. I think they're open right now. Yes, people can sign up for the school. Do you have that in your bio?
Yes, I have the link for Deborah's, well, your immersion in my bio, but you can
Oh,
also go
perfect.
look at the school as well.
And did you
Hmm.
hear what the immersion's about?
Yes, the divine masculine. I was looking at that. That's like Deborah has all men. And then I was like, of course she does. Mars is in Libra. And what a great, you're so on top of the energy. This is such an important thing we need right now because there is so much between the sexes, and with Saturn and Neptune and Aries stepping into that positive masculine fire, I think is
Yeah, you
is
know
so
how it
needed.
happened? I was doing a keynote address on Kauai, and there was about 100 women in the room. And I don't know what inspired this, but I suddenly asked the question, raise your hand if you've been disappointed with your husband, with your brother, with your father, with your boss. And every single woman raised her hand. I was like, wait, this wound of the male that is so universal and projected outside of us, because we have male sides too, or I do.
Hmm.
We both have Moon and Aries. We know what it is to be male. So it's not just the men in our world, but the conversation is going to be, can you believe this? 6 men are
Hmm.
all going to have their charts unpacked by me with the intention of blessing our sons and our fathers and reviewing the healing, because this planet is suffering because the old boys school, how do you say that? Old boys school, the old boys club,
Old
the
Boys
old boys,
Club or Old
which is
Boys
so
Network.
filled with fat white men. Can I say that? Is that inappropriate? Like there's so many white, unusually old school, brought up in some model that has nothing to do with diversity, nothing to do with sexuality, nothing to do with fun, nothing to do with compassion or heart. So we're going to change that. And I want you all to know that your job, part of why this immersion is happening, and we'll have 20, 30,000 people in the room, is we need to change the narrative about men.
Hmm. Hmm.
And it's Saturn's and Aries. You're so right. Neptune's and Aries are hanging out together going, can you just say nice things about me?
Hmm. Yeah, I really need to change the narrative. And I think part of the reason we've got here is also I feel like we have to take Deborah, I'm going to challenge you. We need to focusing on how it's these old white men who got us where we are in terms of like, can we think of a different way to articulate that paternalistic, um, old school hierarchy kind of structure without, because I feel like that's part of the reason why we've got who we've got
Well,
at the
but it's
top.
true. I mean,
It
it's
is.
why can't we just tell the truth? The truth
Yeah.
is we are dying out an extinction of an old model that came from a consciousness, whatever color their skin was, who cares? There was mostly men, start
Yes.
there. And it was and they were all unconscious about their diet, about their feelings, about their children, about their compassion, about meditation. They didn't come with that program. So we can
Mhm.
name what it is. It's not judging them. It's naming that that is not going to promote and foster a new world. Period.
Absolutely. You're right.
So I don't want to, tiptoe over that.
Yeah.
I was just with my friend Kenny. I was at Esalen for the last week. I was there with, and this is a man who I got out of prison out of San Quentin. You
Oh
may remember the
yes,
story.
he's in your. You talk about it in your book, The Missing
Yes. So
Element.
we just spent a week together, and it's so interesting because he is the new male. I mean, yes, he's a 6'4" black man who spent 27 years in San Quentin. So what? He is a exercised, spiritually disciplined, deeply listening, profoundly still being who I sit next to and I'm like, oh, I want to be like him when I grow up. And if you are wanting to know where the new men are, they're here. They're
Mhm.
just hidden behind you can't see them because they don't stand up and go, I'm taking over.
Yeah.
Listen to me. I know everything. You're old and I'm not. Like, excuse me?
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely. You're.
I have found lots of men, and there's going to be 6 men. Yes, and they are multicultured that are going. There's a man from Greece. It's so interesting. There's a gay man, there's a straight man, there's a married man, there's a single man, and they're all talking about the same thing. Please forgive us and let the healing begin.
I love that. I see Ricky Williams, the football player, is one of them. I've
Well,
talked with him about astrology.
he's a full-time astrologer.
Yes, I think that's beautiful. How these very very masculine men can also be very spiritual,
That's
and
right.
yeah. How where do
Ricky
you
Williams.
recommend women go if they're looking to have really a partner who is
Well,
spiritual?
this is
How
this
would
is one of the dilemmas is there's not many out there. So the women all think something's wrong with them because they can't find those men. That's not true. But they are out there. And what we need to do, why this program is so important, is that webinar. on Zoom with men is August 18th. It's for every single day at 11 o'clock in the morning in California, and then, of course, across the time zones. There'll be one man per day. It's called, what is it called? It's an immersion. So
The
there's a link,
Astrological Immersion.
the astrological immersion. And the goal of the game
You're
is
just here to share your wisdom. You don't have to know the details. That is
well,
for
the answer,
us.
I have Jupiter in Virgo in the 11th house. I
Yeah.
have Moon in Aries in the 6th house. The details are you can go to either obviously right here, right now, go into her bio, our sweet Celeste, and you'll be able it's free. It's a free
Okay.
opportunity for us. The answer to your question is how do you find men? Because I have a lot of men in my world that I'm madly in love with. And how do you find them? You find them by believing in them and
Hmm.
you don't give up and you walk past anything that doesn't resemble a genuine, deep listening man. And if you don't find them, you keep walking. And if you give up your faith and you think there's none left, watch the immersion and be reminded that they're everywhere. They just don't stand up and jump up and down and make a lot of noise.
Absolutely. And I met my current partner who is spiritual. And yeah, how long ago? We've been together 2 years,
I love that
besides a
story.
little break.
And what sign is he?
He's a Sagittarius, Deborah. He's got a Sagittarius stellium in the eighth house. And and so it's been a real learning for me. This energy, that King Kunk's energy is he helps me lighten up a bit, be more free, stop working.
And does he live in Seattle?
I'm in Oakland.
Oh,
Yes, and
in
he lives
Oakland.
in Oakland.
Does he live? Oh, that's so cool. That's just more and more faith. I have so many men in my world that I'm in love with. I hung out with my double Aries son,
Uh-huh.
who is one of the most kind. I mean, he doesn't make noise. That's the problem with these men. They don't make noise, and we underestimate the power of how many men are out there. You don't have to have a romantic relationship to be in love.
Hmm.
And that's one of the big
Well, we have a
problems.
romantic relationship.
I'm so glad. Isn't that so sweet? And are you having so much fun?
I am having so much fun. Absolutely.
And did you take a break for a while? Is that what you said?
We had a little bit of a break, yes, during we had when the Mercury met Chiron in Aries. It was Mercury retrograde. Yeah, I had to say some things. We had a little bit of a break.
And then he listened.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We both, it's been a very healing relationship, Deborah. My Chiron has been very activated. So I am really have unpacked a lot of stuff with my childhood. And I've used the tools like the elements that you taught me and honoring Saturn. And I'm really working on healing the perfection wound of having a South Node in Virgo. Hmm.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
Hmm.
And the real gift is the observer, which is what my book, The Missing Element, and I Don't Believe in Astrology is. You just watch yourself and you go, wow, I'm reacting. Or wow, he's stupid. But without judging. So then you just let that be. You don't pressure. This is one of the gifts I see so much with all the men that I love so many. I have such beautiful men in my world. Like it's amazing because I believe that men are healed and therefore I find them.
Yeah. Well, you are a connector. I was just thinking about this. I had lunch with someone from your school that I met through your school this weekend. I have so many that I'm still in touch with and still have relationships with. My studies buddy from Tell Me a Story, Jade. Yeah, your school is it's such a connecting organism, and a group of us that go to Norwalk, the conference every year together, and we saw you there this year, and yeah, we'll be at UAC next year. Yeah,
Yeah,
where
it's
Deborah
because
and
I have Jupiter and Pluto in the 11th house. So I've always had a very high regard for friendship and community. It's the most important thing in the whole world. So that's the next thing I want to say to all you. Come meet these men, make them your friends, follow them, put them into your awareness, and you will raise your vibration and attract those same kind of men.
exactly, and don't ever give up hope. And it doesn't matter how old you are or whatever.
And how did
There,
you meet your man? What was the trick that helped you find your
He
Sagittarius.
came to me for an astrology reading, Deborah.
I love that story. You just never know.
You just never know that our souls were meant to connect. Yeah.
I
Hmm.
love that so much. Okay, you guys, so here it is, the immersion, astrology immersion. You go to Celeste, obviously to her bio, or go to my Instagram, Debra Silverman
Yeah.
Astrology, and all the connections that you've made from DSA, they continue because we want everybody to come study astrology.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we'll have the link in the bio after I post this, and it'll be it's in my link as well. I'll put in the caption here, and I'll cross post this on YouTube
And I
too,
love
so
that
people can see.
you're communing with all the DSA women because there's just the greatest community.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's one of the things that you have, like just a gift about bringing people together, like the study buddy thing that the programs have,
That's because I'm
and
totally codependent. I'm a Libra rising.
yeah, and we love you for it. So thank you so much, Deborah. Everybody, I think this astrological immersion is going to be an absolutely wonderful, wonderful program, and you'll learn more about men and men in their divine
And
masculine,
all their
and
charts are going to be unpacked.
yeah, and see the high road and low road and in between by all these energies. So yeah, I know you're very busy. Thanks for taking the time to
Thank
talk.
you. Thank you for sharing with your audience. It makes me so happy. And I hope we get all of you to come to the astrological immersion and then think about studying with us because we do
Mhm.
community and we really teach practical astrology. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Celeste. Love,
Have
love,
a
love.
beautiful day. Love you.
Aloha. Bye bye.
Bye.